All right, everyone, welcome to my page. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever it is when you watch this video, just make it apply. My name is Rashad King, and I am an Orisha priest, crowned Oya. Chengo is my daddy. I'm also scratched in Palo Mayambe, working with the mighty Sarah Banda, who is a great shaman and warrior known for being able to break any curse. And I also practice hoodoo. Remember, this is a general message, so only take what resonates. I should only be telling you things that your spiritual team should have already revealed to you. If they haven't revealed this to you yet, then of course it will not resonate. So go ahead and just ignore me and just take all of the other things that you learned from these videos. So let's go ahead and get this thing started. All right, guys, so before we get into this reading, just a couple of things. Remember, if you are trying to book a session, the website is always going to be in the description. So always check the description so that you can get the link to my website. The website is going to have spiritual products that you can buy, such as oils that you need for your candles, come to me oil, money oil, the whole 9 yards. It's going to have spiritual bath. It's going to have protective necklaces, protective jars, mojo bags, as well as different services, your rituals, your ceremonies, as well as your cleansings. So if you're interested in any of those things, you can go check out the website, as well as reading material. I know a lot of people are always hitting me up saying, hey, you know, what should I read to learn more about the ancestors, to learn more about the Orishas? Go to my website and purchase my ebook. All of those things are available on my website. All right, what's up, y'all? Oh man, here we go, another reading. Man, Spirit had some downloads. If you guys know me, if you've been following me for a while, you know that I do not celebrate Christmas. I just don't celebrate it. I never liked Christmas, even as a kid. You know, it just never made sense to me that, you know, the meaning behind Christmas is, you know, it's supposed to be Jesus' birthday, but yet instead of giving offering to Jesus like we would do with the Orishas and the ancestors, you know, instead of, doing offerings of like fish and bread, you know, that would be a good symbolic, a good symbolic offering, because he multiplied, you know, the fish and the bread in the New Testament, giving water because Jesus is a Nazarite, so he don't, drink wine or anything like that. And so it's just, to me, it would have been, doing a feast day where it's like, this is the day we're going to celebrate his birth. We're going to lay out, frankincense, myrrh. We're going to put, money to represent gold, all these things that we will put out for the deity, saying, thank you, light some white candles and everything. That's how I assumed that it will be. But instead, it's so commercialized that, they really don't even care about Jesus too much. It's all about Santa Claus, some white man that's supposed to be coming down the chimney giving you gifts. And, people literally go into bankrupt trying to give their kids everything that they desire, that they will spend their paychecks and everything on all of these gifts. And then when the new year come around, they don't have money to pay their mortgage, rent, and the whole 9 yards. Bills is, past due. And it's like, well, what was the purpose of all of that? And so I never celebrated Christmas for that reason. It just never made sense to me. And so you guys know now I'm going through a divorce, and my partner loves Christmas. That was the thing, just loved Christmas. And it's not about the gift giving. It was all about the togetherness, the decorations, and things like that. When it came to my partner really only wanted, the house decorated really nice, and really didn't care too much about, if we had gifts or not. It was just the fact that everything was decorated. We did our, time together. We would, stay in the living room listening to, Christmas music and watching Christmas movies. That was one of the things that my partner loved, was just getting together and watching Christmas movies. And so for years I didn't celebrate. And two, I end up getting married. Once I got married, that's when, it was our first time, me and Elijah, celebrating Christmas. And so Elijah came to me because Elijah has a bad problem with asking for things. I'm keep telling him, like, boy, whatever you want, you need to ask. He'll just do things where he'll beat around the bush. And so, he came to me yesterday and he was like, oh, I remember that, Christmas is a really good time. Christmas is a really good time, for my partner and stuff like that. And he was like, this is the time that was just, this was the best time. We would get together, watch movies and stuff like that. And, the house was decorated really nice. And he was like, oh, I wonder, asking, if my partner was going to celebrate Christmas and stuff this year. And I'm like, Elijah, if you're asking me to celebrate Christmas, just ask that, because even though, it's something I personally don't believe in, I don't push that belief on the kids, on the person I'm dating, because, we were two completely different religions. I'm a priest in Ifa, and, my partner was Christian and loved celebrating Christmas. So it's like, I'm not going to take that away from you. I can still, because I love decorating. All you got to do is give me an excuse and I'll decorate, for you, And so it's like, I'll participate, I'll decorate and do everything that I'm supposed to do on my end and still have my same beliefs. And I think that's what some people don't understand. Some people think that equally yoked is having the same ideas, the same philosophies, the same everything. No, equally yoked is, that you love you love this person more than anything, and you're willing to compromise. And by me decorating the house and, and giving them a Christmas that they want, it's not compromising my beliefs. It's not saying now because I did this that I'm no longer me. There are certain compromises that need to be made in a relationship in order to keep that love and harmony and everything in balance. And just because you make that compromise, it doesn't mean that you're betraying yourself. It doesn't mean that you're stabbing yourself in the back, or that you're doing something that that you ultimately don't believe in. Some things we gotta suck up and do it for the people that we love. So it's like, do I still have my same standpoint? Hell yeah. I'm always going to have that standpoint because it don't make any fucking sense. But will I provide a Christmas for the people I love that really want to celebrate that time? Hell yeah. I'm still going to do my job as a father. I'm still going to do my job as a husband and make sure that my family have what it is that they desire. So let's keep that. A lot of people, to me, just don't understand what equally yoked is. You will have your own individual person. You're gonna have your own thoughts and everything else, but sometimes we do need to do things for the sake of our family. So Elijah never straight out asked. He was just beating around the bush like he always do. And I'm trying to get him in the habit of asking for the things that you want. Don't be afraid to ask, even if that answer is no. But even though he didn't ask, of course you can read between the lines and understand what it is that he's truly trying to say. And so, because of that, I end up decorating the house. I wanted to actually stayed up, all night, decorating and everything while he was asleep, so that when he wake up, he like, oh, damn, daddy actually care. Daddy heard me. Daddy understood what I was trying to say. So let me show you how I decorated the house, and then we're going to get into this reading. I love my baby. That's the one thing about it. I love my baby, and I love love. I would do anything for the people I love. So we got Elijah his decorations. I got him his decorations. I decorated the house. So I only did upstairs. I didn't want to do the whole house. That's normally what we always do. We pick an area. So he got his little flowers. And then coming up the stairs. Oh, and it's going to be loud here. The meditation music is still on. Whenever Elijah is asleep, the meditation music play. And so I gave him his little Christmas that he wanted. So I put everything together for him. We're going to do the tree together. I just put up the tree, but we're gonna actually decorate the tree together as a family. And so just giving him his space. I know he's gonna be like, can I invite my friends over so we can have a Christmas party? That's Elijah. So it just gave him, it's a kid, y'all. It's like at the end of the day, do stuff for your kids. You may not like it. You may not agree with it, but it's like, do stuff for these damn kids. And then Elijah in his room over there, so he's gonna come out and see everything. But it's like, do stuff for your kids. That's my baby. I'll do anything for my Elijah. So this is it. Just wanted to do the upstairs living room so that he can have the Christmas that he desires. So let me gonna turn off these lights now, because I'm gonna go back downstairs. So with the lights off, so he got the Christmas that he wanted. So to me, it's important, y'all. It's important to listen to these kids. Ooh, I can't be showing my messed up feet. Oh man. But you got to do the things. You got to do these things for the people you love, man. I teach Elijah every day, try to teach him what love really is. And love is, not being selfish. Don't think about yourself. It's not about me and all my philosophies and what I believe and, religion and spiritual paths and stuff like that should not separate you from your family. Sometimes we have so much, division and strife, based on our own personal beliefs that's fueled by religion and spiritual path and all of this other shit that get in the way of our families, get in the way of our relationships. Y'all, it's like at the end of the day, yes, do I love God? Of course. I love Olodumare, God of the earth, Olorun, God of the heavens, and Olafi, the mediator between the two. So of course I love God. Do I love my Orishas? Of course. I love Ilegwa, Eshu, Ogun, Ochosi, Osun, my head Orisha, Oya, my daddy, Chango, Oshun, Yemaya, Obatala, Olakun, Oba, Oko, Ajay, Oduduwa, Orumula. So it's like, do I love them? Of course. Ajay, I love them all. But at the end of the day, I'm always going to make decisions to make sure that my family is whole, make sure that they're happy, make sure that they're, in the right mindset and everything else. And I would never, allow any of those things to separate me from, the love that I have for my family and for the people that I love. There are safe compromises that can be made in order to make sure that everybody is happy. And sometimes you just got to suck it up, buttercups. Suck up your philosophies and stuff like that. Spirit was given the same download from last time where Spirit is just saying, like, some of you are bouncing from reader to reader, that you're looking at 20 videos and stuff a day. And by no means is this a pride or ego thing that I'm telling you that you need to listen to me and me only. No, fuck that. I tell you in the beginning of the reading, if I reveal anything that spirit haven't revealed to you, you better say in your mind, fuck you, Rashad. I'm not listening to you because spirit haven't revealed it. Divination is confirmation. I should only be telling you things that your spirit team should have already revealed to you. And so if your spirit team haven't revealed it to you, then by all means, don't listen to me. The message is not for you. Only take what resonates. If you feel it in that stomach area, if you feel it in your heart, if you feel it in that third eye, if you feel it in the crown chakra, that this resonates and this is what spirit has been trying to tell you, then you take the message and you apply it. But spirit is break it down further that you can truly understand what spirit is saying about, keep over obsessing with these readings. Spirit was saying, number one, is that when you keep doing this, number one is showing that you don't trust. It's saying that you truly don't trust the creator and you truly don't trust the divine. Everybody say, oh Lord, I trust you. Oh Lord, lead me and guide me and everything else. But then when God give us the confirmation and he give us the word and he says, well, this is what's going to happen and this is what's going to be done and this is what's going to come to pass, and we know it and it resonates and we grab it and we say, you said that you will restore everything that the locust has taken from me. You promised me that you will bring me back my family. You promised me that you will restore my happiness, restore my peace, that money is gonna come. Then take that. The moment you get that confirmation and you know that this was sent from the divine, then you need to take that word. But to hear that word and know that it is confirmation and know that things are about to change, but then every single day, you got to keep looking at different readings to see if everybody else is confirming the same thing and stuff like that. That's a trust issue. It's saying that you truly did not trust the word that came forth, that you truly didn't trust, that you really don't trust that God is going to deliver you, that God is going to save you, that God is going to restore your family, that God is going to bring you the prosperity and abundance and everything that you need. And so when we get into this area of not trusting, we sometimes risk interfering with divine timing, because God is saying, I gave you the word, but what I didn't give you was the expiration date. That I didn't want you to know that everything was going to be restored to you on December the 15th. Everything was going to go back to normal for you. But now, since we are consumed with signs and wonder, I need you to confirm to me, I need you to confirm this to me every single day. Every single time we listen to the reading, we're building our anxiety. Is it gonna happen? Is it gonna happen? Is God gonna bless me? Ooh, is it coming tomorrow? Ooh, is it coming next week? Ooh, is it coming next month? And then because of all of this anxiety that is built up, you risk changing the date. Because now the goal was that you were supposed to be healed in your right mind, content in everything on this day, that now divine intervention is going to happen and everything was going to go to normal just like that. But now, since that day has come, you're filled with so much anxiety, so much stress. God is like, if I allow this divine intervention to happen on this day, you're going to mess it up because the spirit that's inside of you. So now I got to push it back. And that's what some of you are experiencing, that your blessing is not that it's not coming. It's having to keep getting pushed back because of all of this anxiety and everything else that you are filled with, that you are allowing other spirits now to take over and speak to you and drive your vehicle and everything else, which is the body. The body is the vehicle, and that's why you're not seeing the results that you want to see. You have to believe. And whatever it is that you're going to believe, if you're going to believe that your house is going to be restored, you need to act as if it's going to be restored every single day. If you believe that money is going to come to you, you need to visualize that every single day. Because as readers say things, you're going to different readers and stuff. And even though they may be confirming that one part, everything else in that message was not for you. But because they said that one part that resonated, you're taking everything. And now you're saying, oh, so he's out there cheating and he's out there doing that. And Spirit said, I never said that. That was never for you. I never led you to that person. I never told you to listen to that message. Some of you gotta learn self-control. Is that once God speak and give me the confirmation, I'm gonna let it go. It's exactly what it is that you said, Lord. If this is what you're saying, that things are going to be restored, I believe it. I'm going to let it go now because you spoke and you confirmed what it is that I asked you for in prayer. Some of you got to stop going into these spirits, because especially with the spirit of anxiety, it always leads to depression. It always leads to disappointment because God confirmed things to you, but he never gave you the date. Your anxiety is so built up that it's keep telling you, oh, it's going to happen next week. Oh, it's going to happen the next month. And then when that date come that nobody never confirmed, when that date come, the first thing that what you do with all of that anxiety is you get depressed. I guess this is never going to come. I guess God is not going to favor me. Maybe God is mad at me. It's another thing that pushed back your due date. It's another thing that pushed back the day that you were supposed to get that blessing, because now you're cursing yourself with your words. Now you're cursing yourself and you're cursing the very promise that God made you, that God told you that I would restore everything that the locust has taken. But because you allowed your anxiety to build up higher than the word that came from God, now you set these dates that God never said that this is when this was going to happen. And then you put yourself up for disappointment. And now because you're disappointed, you're cursing yourself with your words. The Bible says that we have in our tongue the power of life and death, and we eat the fruit thereof. And so if you're not reconfirming that word every single day, that God said he's going to bless me and I'm going to stand on that word, because greater is he that is within me than he that is within this world. If you're not daily confirming what it is that God promised you, and you're allowing your anxiety to take over and give you these disappointments that you were never supposed to experience, then it's going to end up delaying when God is going to come in and actually bless you. Some of these things are key, that God will tell you that I'm going to restore it, but I need you to sit back, because the word said, sit at my right hand until I make all of your enemies your footstool, until I force your enemies to make peace with you. The Bible says that I will create a new heart and a new spirit within that person. But how can I do my part and do these things if you keep intervening and you keep calling the person and cussing them out? You keep reminding them of what they did. You keep belittling them in every single way. That you're not controlling your emotions and releasing it and letting it go and learning how to self-heal and self-vent and self-cope, and you keep reflecting and are projecting all this energy on the other person. And instead of God doing his work now, that he's making this person your footstool, that he's making this person make peace with you, now this person in their mind, they like, oh, this is why I did that. This is why I betrayed them. This is why I left them. Like, I forgot how much they get on my nerves. I forgot how much, they're filled with anxiety. They're always so anxious. They're always forcing me to do things. You gotta sit back and let God. Some of you are keep interfering with the plan, and you wonder why things haven't come to pass the way that they are supposed to. And I know that when we listen to these messages, what we want is only good messages. Only tell me that God is getting ready to bless me. Don't correct me. Don't correct my processes. Allow me to stay in this anxiety. But it's that very thing that is holding you back. We got to learn how to let go and let God. We got to trust that his will is going to be fulfilled regardless. If this is a twin flame connection, this is bound and destined to be together. You don't have to do shit. All you got to do is sit back and exist, and this thing is going to magically come back together. But you got to trust and believe that. It's so many people that want the blessing, but they don't want to give the faith. They don't want to believe that God can actually do what he promised. Instead of keep going, reading after reading after reading after reading after reading, that God is like, it's to the point that some of you are exhausted, that you don't know what to believe. You have heard so many different point of views. You don't know if it's going to come to pass or if everything is going to be destroyed right before your eyes. Instead of constantly getting yourself in this anxiety, remind yourself of how God has always blessed you. You don't remember the time when your lights were supposed to be cut off and God came in the nick of time and some stranger blessed you and paid that bill for you? You don't remember when you needed food that God gave you the food to provide for you and your family? You don't remember all of the times that you prayed to God, and even though you didn't get it in that exact moment, he gave it to you within that season. Those are the things that we need to remember, is how God has always blessed us, how God has always watched over us. He has never failed. This is a God that cannot fail. But although he cannot fail, you will experience delays based on your interactions by interfering with his plan. Because at the end of the day, you still have free will. I talked to a couple of people, and so I'm not singling anyone out. I talked to a couple of people that was telling me that they can't do readings on themselves. And if you look at some of my past videos, I confirmed and said the same thing. I was like, damn, every time I do readings for other people, I can do it. But when I do it for myself, I can never do it. I can do readings for myself all day, every day now. Years later, and I'm proclaiming the opposite thing than what I said years ago. Because the one thing that I've learned is what I've shared with my clients that have shared this with me, is that the moment I learned how to trust myself is when I was able to start doing readings for myself. Sometimes we have the trust when it's for other people, that I trust that you will give me the message for the collective, for the zodiac signs. But then when it comes to us, we put ourselves in a position that we feel unworthy, that we are still holding on to the fact that our intuition spoke to us years ago about a relationship, and we ignored our intuition. And because we ignored our intuition, we went through a bad time in a relationship that we were never supposed to go through, because we should have left that person like our intuition told us. And instead of healing from that situation and telling our intuition, I'm sorry, I will learn to listen to you going forward, we punish ourselves. And now we say, I don't know if I can trust what comes out. I don't know if I can trust what the cards say about me. And it's the moment that you let go of that and you heal yourself from the situations that you did not listen to spirit, you're going to start realizing that you can do divination on yourself all day, every day, and get accurate messages. But the blockage is you're not trusting yourself. In order to be able to read for yourself, you must completely trust in yourself, activating that ashe, which most people call Holy Spirit. But if you don't trust yourself, you're not gonna be able to do a reading on yourself. In order to do it, you must be whole with oneself. Ori, ashe must be in complete alignment. You trusting those two, being in alignment, and you'll be able to get whatever message you want. Those are just the pre-messages that I want to discuss. Some of you, your blessings are delayed because you keep interfering with the plan. God said, if I need you to do something, I'll tell you. I'll speak it to you. But some of you are so overwhelmed with your emotions and you still haven't learned how to control your emotions. Some of you are not taking the time to heal. You're doing distractions. You're doing everything but sitting down and healing. You're doing everything but sitting down and healing. And I can admit I did the same thing. You know, when I was going through this divorce, the first thing I did was I threw myself in work, because work is what has always been profitable for me. And I threw myself at work. I would get to work like at 7 in the morning, wouldn't leave till like 9. And I had Elijah with me, so he was still eating and stuff like that. When he got done with his school work, I would let him get on the phone or something to watch Netflix while I was working. But work was the thing that distracted me. And the dangerous part about that, which I've learned in the past, is when we refuse to put ourselves in alignment, because healing is alignment, God will take away whatever distraction you're using to avoid healing your heart. And so if that's your job and you end up losing your job, that's not somebody doing witchcraft on you. That's divine intervention to tell you, nigga, you can't go to your job no more. No, fucking heal. Some of us, we need to learn how to get into alignment. You know, every single time when I start, reflecting on the sadness and things like that happened within this marriage, the first thing I do is I'll get in the living room, and I'll get in the living room, get comfortable and stuff on the couch, and it's certain songs that I will play to heal my heart, that I can completely let it go. Because it's like I don't have time for this depression and stuff to sneak up on me later, because I haven't dealt with this properly. Some of us, we need to learn how to effectively heal. If you're not getting over this, go get a therapist. Going around with hatred, thinking that niggas ain't shit. All these niggas gonna cheat on me. I'm just gonna be single and lonely for the rest of my life. That's not how you heal. That's a wall that you're putting up. That's a dangerous wall that is going to take the next person forever to make that wall come crumbling down. And we do everything but heal. We'll use distractions. We'll work, shopaholics, all these things that we'll put in our way as a distraction in order to deal with what happened. We'll go into addictions, start smoking and drinking, some people even doing some of the heavy drugs just so that you can avoid dealing with the problem. Some of you go through neglecting your kids, neglecting your family, neglecting your health, not showering in everything. And then others will go into hatred, where it's just like, now I hate all men, I hate all women, because of what this one person did. We got to learn how to truly heal. And that healing process, sometimes it can take forever. It's been a year since I have been separated and going through this divorce. It's been a full year. It happened last year, November the 10th. I remember it, boy. That's one day I will always remember. It happened November the 10th. And trust me, I still got some healing to do, because I'm like, I hate fucking November. I got healing to do myself. So while I'm talking to you, I'm talking to myself. But we gotta heal, y'all. We gotta heal. It's not the month fault. November is like, I can't help that this shit happened on November the 10th. Like, don't cancel out the whole month because of one day, because of one person. And even with our hearts, we really shouldn't even be hating the person. We got to learn how to let go. Because my thing is, I tell people this all the time in HR. When my managers come to me and they are like, oh, I want to write this person up. But then that employee and the other employees told me that this employee was yelling at them and all of this other stuff, I tell the managers every time, nope, you already did your discipline. You already did your discipline. The moment you yelled at that employee, you embarrassed that employee and everything else, that was your punishment right there. That was the discipline right there. I'm not about to approve a write-up now. I'm not about to put them on a final. I'm not about to demote them or everything, because you got to learn that you cannot talk to employees like that. If you're going to talk to employees like that, then there needs to be no discipline. The discipline has already happened the moment you chose to yell, the moment you chose to scream, the moment you chose to act a fool. And it's the same thing that I give to you guys. If karma is already here kicking their ass, if karma is already here and putting them in so many different goddamn things because of what they have done to you, then get the fuck out the way. There's nothing else that you need to do to that person. You don't need to yell. You don't need to scream. You don't need to hate this person. You don't need to do nothing, because they're already receiving punishment. They cannot get a dual punishment. They can't get a punishment from you and a punishment from the gods. It's one or the other. And God is like, if you want to intervene and if you think that your way is going to be better than karma, then let me take the karma off. Go and have your way. Yell and scream at this person and watch how they're not going to give a fuck. Go ahead and have your way. Do whatever it is you want to do with this person and watch how you're not going to be able to get through to them. And God is going to say, if you're finally ready for me to intervene, then sit the fuck back and let me do my job. Let me give the karma. Let me teach them a lesson. If they are going through a universe lesson, then you don't need to do shit. Some of you want to still punish once the person come back after they have received karma. Confirmation. There's no need. Trust me, karma will teach you a powerful lesson, because the one thing about karma, you decide how long it stays in your life. Because karma is what people don't realize. People just like to focus on the discipline of karma. I got you back. You did this to me. Now karma is fucking up your life. Karma is taking your job. Karma is doing this. Karma is doing that. Karma is beyond discipline. Karma is beyond a punishment. Karma is a lesson. It's saying that this lesson is going to stay in your life. This cycle is going to stay in your life until you learn the lesson. And so for some people, it stays in their life for a couple of days. For some people, it's weeks. For some people, it's months. For some people, it's years. It do not leave until you learn the lesson in which karma came to you. And so if the lesson was for you to stop lying to people, then everything is going to go chaotic until you learn how to start lying. That means every test that is going to come your way is basically going to put you in a position that you got a choice, that you can either lie to get out of this or you can tell the truth. If it's because of cheating, everything is going to happen to you where people are going to keep being attracted to you, and relationship after relationship after relationship is going to end until you learn how to be faithful. That is karma. Karma is going to stay present until you learn a lesson. And that means that in every relationship going forward, all of your lies and everything will be exposed and on a table. That the moment you cheat, that other person is going to know about it, and they're going to break up with you every single time. You're going to go through breakup after breakup after breakup. It's nobody doing spell work on you. This is karma. Until you learn a lesson and learn how to be faithful, or learn how to be honest and transparent about what it is that you're looking for. And so if somebody has already went through a 3-year intense karma, why the fuck do you think they want to argue with you after? They have already did their time. And I know these are messages that we don't like. You know, these are the lessons that we don't like. All we want to hear is Oh, karma is kicking their ass. That's all we want to hear. They did me wrong, now bitch, look at you. Karma is on your back. That's all we want, but it's like, no, karma is beyond a personal punishment. Karma is beyond that. Karma is a lesson that needs to be learned. And it's not really, and to be honest, and I know the collective is gonna hate me for this, to be honest, it's really not for your behalf. It's for the sake of that person. Remember, God loves every last one of us. And it's for the sake of that person that whatever spirit they're in, that they will get rid of it, that they will rebuke it, they will get it out of their system. And the moment that they get it out of their system, karma is released. And so, yes, even though it was enacted because of things that they did to us, karma is really there on their behalf. That God is saying, I love you so much that I'm finna punish you and I'm finna chastise you because I punish and chastise those that I love. And I'm punishing you and I'm chastising you because I want to get you back in alignment. That is the real reason for karma. And that's the lesson that we don't learn. That's the lesson that we don't like. Because we want to get it so personal where it's like, I'm so favored by God that nigga, you fucked now. No. That person, God is forcing this person to come back into alignment, to come back to the light. I appreciate every single time that I did some shit that I wasn't supposed to do, and God sent karma in order to slap me upside my head and remind me who I am, and to get back in alignment and to come back to my purpose. But only wisdom will make you appreciate karma. I know this is a message we didn't. Oof. These are the messages we don't like. We like, nigga, sit your ass down. Like, nobody told you to do all that. Nobody told you to teach us all this shit. All we want to know is they being punished. Check the condition of your heart. Because I can tell you one thing. With everything that has been done to me, and a lot of people have betrayed me in my life, I wish them no ill will. You will never see me sitting around saying, Lord, I hope you take everything from that motherfucker life. No. Because I honestly don't understand how somebody can get out of love when they're in love. When I'm in love, once I'm in love, I stay in love. It's not a single thing that Elijah can do that will get me out of love. He can do things that hurts me. He can do things that disappoint me. You know, we just had a situation the other day where, you know, I'm very vocal and I'll let somebody know, like, hey, you hurt my feelings. And I had to have a conversation with Elijah the other day that I was like, you know, Elijah, you really hurt me deeply. That I'm like, every single day I came to you and I asked you, did you do your notes? And every single day you looked me dead in my face and you said, yeah, daddy, it's done. And I told you, I'm too busy right now that I can't check it, but I will check it. And when I check it, I want to see every single day that you have your name on the paper and the date. 2 weeks later, I end up checking it. I normally, because I'm trying to help Elijah to understand that he's an adult now and that he got to get to a point that somebody don't need to supervise him every single day, especially with him getting ready to go into high school next year. I'm trying to teach him how to have responsibility and accountability, and beyond that, how to be an individual and to be self-accountable for everything that he does. And so I try not to treat him when he was younger. When he was younger, I constantly stayed on him. But now I'm trying to give him a little bit more freedom and a little bit more leeway. And so when I end up checking it, none of the notes was done. And I'm like, Elijah, do you not realize how this hurt me? That every single day I came to you and you lied to me right in front of my face. And so, I told him, because of that, there's no phone, no phone, no TV, no game systems. All of this stuff is being taken away. And for this entire weekend, you're going to have to do those notes that I told you to do 2 weeks ago. And that's all he has been doing this weekend, is going back into his books and writing his notes. Now, the key thing of when I get on Elijah, I always let him know, just because I'm mad at you right now, just because I'm frustrated with you right now, it doesn't take away the love that I have for you. And so, like clockwork, every single morning when I get him up, I kiss him and give him good affirmations that today is going to be a good day. You're going to be a good kid. You're going to do the things that you're supposed to do. Every single night, I still kiss him. And even though he didn't do what I told him to do, every single night, I still focus on some of the things he did do right. Elijah, I appreciate you, sweeping the floor. I appreciate you mopping. I appreciate you, emptying the dishwasher. And at nighttime, this is not the time to focus on what he has did wrong. You've already told him. You already had that conversation. At night, I never go back in and say, you motherfucker, you lied to me. No, at night, before he go to bed, when he closed those eyes, I want him to understand and know that Daddy loves you. Daddy loves you more than anything. Beyond all of the stupid things that you do, Daddy loves you. That is the thing that I want you to go to bed thinking about. That's what I want you to marinate on in your dreams. And even when Elijah is on punishment, although he cannot watch TV, play games and stuff like that, at dinner time, we always come together and we eat dinner and we watch a TV show. And so even though he's on punishment, he's still allowed to eat. I mean, he got to eat with us. He's still allowed, well, it's just me and him right now. He's still allowed, eat. We got to eat. And when we eat, we still watch a TV show together, even though he's on punishment. Because I got to help him to understand that you can be frustrated with somebody, you can be mad with somebody, you can be angry with somebody, but at the end of the day, there's still love there. Just because you're in another emotion, it doesn't take away love. And that is a key message that a lot of people understand, because we think that it's either or. That I gotta either love you or hate you. That I gotta love you or be mad at you. That I gotta love you or be frustrated with you. Both can exist at the same time. And I think that we need to get back to the point that we remind people that both can exist at the same time. And so, even with my marriage, although there are things that I did not like that was done and things that was said, the betrayal and everything that I had to go through, even though that pain is here and it exists and I'm still in that process of healing, love is still present at the same time. I cannot say that I don't love you. I cannot say that love is still not here. When love is here for me, it stays. And some of you really need to check the conditions of your heart. Yes, this person did you wrong. You can love somebody and that person not be in your life. You can love somebody and that person is not around you 24/7. You can love somebody and still choose not to be with them because it's just not the better choice for your health, for your being. The only thing I'm asking you is that no matter what, you don't take away love. We need to learn that love is one of those things that should never go away. Is that, I love you. I can't see myself bringing you any harm. I can't see myself bringing you any destruction. But some of you with your past people, it's like you want the whole world to just crumble before them. And it's like, yeah, but baby, I can go into stories of what would have happened to me. I don't, I don't think your pain is gonna beat mine. I'm just not vocal, and I really don't like opening up about a lot of stuff. But but at the end of the day, like, I'm always gonna choose the love, and it's not even for the sake of the other person. It's for the sake of my heart. It's for the sake of my energy and my being. Sometimes we can stay in hate so much that it end up consuming our ashe, and our energy is replaced with just a negative cloud. And it will be hard for us to manifest. It will be hard for us to move forward. No, I just don't have time for it. I'm always going to let love live. Let's get into this message. Oof, that was a lot. That was a lot, but hey, it's something that somebody needs to hear. We got to learn how to let go. Everybody is not going to betray you. Everybody is not going to hit you. Everybody is not going to, everybody is not going to treat you wrong. Some of you just got to heal. Some of you haven't gotten what you needed because you haven't healed yet. That's the one thing about it. I don't even focus on the other person. I don't even want to know what's going on in that other person's life. I don't need to know. I don't need to know that they're going through karma, that I can laugh and boast about it, because I'm the opposite. I worry a lot. I worry a lot. Me finding out that something bad is happening in their life, it will hurt me. It will really hurt me. Even for people that have done me wrong, it will hurt me. I don't need to know. I'm the wrong person that needs to know. I had a friend of mine in New York, one of my clients, and we became very close. We built a friendship. It's a couple of clients, that I built a really close relationship with. One of my guys in New York, my boy from California, old man. I love me some old man, and he's really not old. It's just a running joke that we have, because he don't know how to use technology well. Every time we set up a reading, when he go on my website and purchase a reading, he always have problems, and he'll end up texting me, I don't see the link, and I'm like, old fucking man, like, you need to learn how to use this shit. So, and so I love old man in California, and then my boy here in Arizona. We've been having a really good relationship. All of them, going through relationship problems. all of them going through girl problems. Dealing with, I'm like, we'll work through it. Let's see what the cards say. But my boy from New York, he just disappeared off the face of the earth. And so, I called him and he didn't pick up. And so I'm like, okay, I'm just going to let it go. And then I called him again. And then I just kept calling, because that's me. I worry so much. And, that's what I try to explain to people, even in relationships. Like, I'm not the type of person that I'm calling to check up on you, to see who you around, to see if you're cheating and stuff like that. Nope, not my personality. I'm not the type that want to go through your phone and stuff like that. I worry. Like, in my mind, I'm thinking of the craziest thing. I'm like, oh my gosh, did he get into a car accident? Did a train hit him? Was he on a plane and the plane blew up? That's my mind. And so I'm like, I gotta know, like, is he okay? That's all I want to know, is that you're okay. And so, I called him all that day and he didn't pick up. And I was so worried. I was like, what the fuck is going on? And so then, I end up calling him the next day too. And he sent me a text message and he was like, there's nothing wrong with me. He was like, I'm just kind of down and depressed. I want to be by myself. And I'm like, I respect that. And I'm like, all of the worry and stuff went away because that's all I got to know. All I want to know is that you're okay. Even though you said you're in a state of depression, you said you got it, you just need your alone time. I understand that because I'm the exact same way. There's a lot of times that I just want to be by myself in order to deal with problems, that I don't want to be around people. And so I'm like, I completely understand that because I follow that same process. And so I was like, okay, hey, let's just let this be. And he was like, I'm going to call you on Sunday or whatever, when I feel like talking to people. And I'm like, completely understandable. But I worry. Like that, that's my thing. When I as I get close to people and as I love people, I worry so much. Like, my thing is I gotta make sure that you're okay. That's my only thing. I just want to make sure you're okay. Cause it's like, no, don't put me in a position that I gotta pull these cards and see what's going on. Don't push me there. But let's get into this message. It's already a damn hour or going close to, and haven't went over a single damn card. But these are important messages that the Spirit want to give. Thank you, Goon. Thank you, Spirit Guys. Thank you, Ancestors. Thank you, Sarah Banda. Thank you, Risha. Thank you, Yeshua. Thank you, Oladumare. Thank you, Olaroon. Thank you, Olafay. So this reading is not our typical reading because, typically I don't talk this long, but, sometimes, when relationships go wrong, both parties have fault. And I know that's the part that we don't want to listen to, where it's like, Rashad, how do I have fault? He hit me. He abused me. He cheated on me. He did this. He did this. He did that. Well, your fault could have simply been not listening to your intuition and leaving him before all of this stuff started. We both have fault. Both parties in the relationship has fault. And we got to acknowledge our fault and not focus so much on what the other person did. And I know, like even when I was going through my stuff, a lot of people were like, you need to speak up about what happened. Because, people are going to automatically think that you were in the wrong because every time when you speak, you always say what you did wrong. Because I tell people all the time, I'm a Gemini. My mouth is lethal. Now, my mouth is lethal. One thing about Geminis observe. They observe everything. They observe every pattern, everything that you do. So if a Gemini truly want to attack you, baby, the only thing they got to do is use their words. They can use their words and cut you to the deepest part of your essence. And so I've always known that about me, and I always acknowledge that. Whether I feel it's justified or not, whether I feel that somebody pushed me to that point where I had to use my mouth to cut this person up in order to push them the fuck up off me, regardless, I'm always going to acknowledge my wrong. You'll never, ever hear me saying that I'm 100% innocent in any situation. But my mouth is going to do what it's supposed to do. And so I can admit, if you put me in a position that you do things to me and stuff like that, my mouth is the thing that you will hear. My mouth will cut you up deeply. And, in the beginning, I never acknowledged that. And a lot of anointed people never don't. Let's say that you have the anointing of an evangelist. The one thing about an evangelist's words is so powerful because it has the ability to cut through trauma, to cut through years of pain, to cut through walls, to cut through anything that you put anything that you try to put in front that it can't land in soil, an evangelist's words can cut through all of that. It cuts through every single thing, and their words come through. And so we love it on the good part about it, that when an evangelist speak at church, everybody run to the altar. Everybody want to be saved. Everybody want hands laid on them. That an evangelist anointing is so powerful that normally they bring more people to the altar than what your pastors, ministers, and teachers can do. And sometimes your apostles. And so they have that ability to influence people in a way that most people just cannot reach. Now imagine, because we got to understand the anointing and the gifts that we have, they're with us in the good and in the bad. So we talked about the good of winning people, that they will get back on their path and they will get back on alignment. But now imagine when that evangelist, this person with this powerful spiritual gift, imagine when they're mad. You don't think that those words can do damage? That when you belittle somebody because of your anointing, you can make somebody suicidal. You can make somebody depressed to the point that they might not get out of that goddamn depression. And so with that, you gotta hold yourself accountable. You gotta hold yourself accountable because of your gifts. All of the tarot card readers and mediums, seers, shamans that's able to, predict the future and see the past and the present. When you get mad and you're able to see all these different things, you gotta control yourself that you don't speak those things in anger. That you were pulling cards and everything and then telling this person about themselves. You gotta hold yourself accountable in the bad. Because your anointing allows you to do things and damage this person in a way that nobody else will be able to do. And that's why when things go wrong and when I did something wrong, I acknowledge my wrong, because I'm like, I should have known better. I should have known better. I should have never said that. And it's no excuse. No excuse. We can't say, oh, it's only because they did this, this, and that. Yes, they did do this, this, and that. But we are held to a higher standard that we should be able to have self-control. And that's one of the things I'm learning. I'm not perfect. I will never claim to be perfect. We got to hold ourselves accountable. Both parties always have wrong. It's not just one party. And we like to go so deep on return messages where it's like, oh, I'm never receiving that motherfucker back. Well, whether you receive the person back or not, learn the lesson. Learn what you were supposed to learn. Because that nigga should have never had the power to do all of that shit. If you would have listened to your intuition and you would have left when you were supposed to leave, then you would have never put yourself in that position to experience that pain and then to get out of alignment by going low like they went low. But these are the things we don't like we don't like messages like this, so I'll keep moving on. But I know I hold myself accountable. I like to hold myself accountable because, at the end of the day, it's like, Rashad, you knew better. You gotta, and it's like, by no means am I saying that I'm in 100% wrong, because baby, I'm not. But I will say that I'm not perfect and that I made mistakes. And whether you believe that mistake is small or big, you still made a mistake and you need to learn from it. Stop just thinking about what the other person did and think about your wrong as well. I don't know. Spirit just got me really chatty. Spirit got me really chatty. Chatty, chatty, chatty. Let's get into this reading finally after an hour and 2 minutes. Overall energy. You have the Hermit card. The Hermit card is the Hermit card can be seen as good or bad, because the Hermit card can be a deep depression or it can be deep contemplation where you're going in. You have it paired with the Star card, which the Star card is the card of a star seed. So this is someone that's anointed. And you have it paired with the Seven of Wands of trying to maintain control. This is part of the problem. It's what I just said. You know, this is someone that's a collective, because this is anointed. So it's not the karmic. It can't be somebody else. This is the collective, that you are in like this stuck contemplation. That you this could be a depression. It could be a sadness. It could be a replaying of events. That you're sticking yourself in this cycle of keep repeating itself, and you're trying to maintain control within this, where it's like, once again, this could be a relationship that you want somebody to come back, and instead of releasing it and letting God fix this for you, you're trying to maintain control yourself. That you're trying to do it where it's like, oh no, I'm gonna call this motherfucker and give him a piece of my mind. You know, you nasty ass dirty bitch, putting your goddamn dick everywhere. That's the energy. You know, and it's like, how is that going to be productive? Again, God is saying, sit at my right hand until I make your enemies make peace with you. You don't have to do this alone. You know, so often we call on the Orishas and our spirits and stuff to assist us. And we get in this mindset where it's like, they taking too goddamn long. Why is he not back yet? Why is he not here? Why haven't nothing changed? Why haven't you restored what the locust has taken from me? So I'm going to take it upon myself, and I'm just going to do it my goddamn self. This is like the story of Sarah, where it's like, you're taking too long to give me this promised child. You're taking too long to give me Isaac. I don't want to wait anymore. Go ahead and go fuck my concubine. And now Ishmael is born. But Ishmael was never supposed to be here. This was never a part of the plan. When all you had to do was wait on divine timing. And now, because you didn't wait on divine timing, you created, because the tower is here for you, you created your own tower, which is Ishmael. And now this is a tower you got to deal with, because this is something you created because you didn't want to wait. Trust me, I get it. I understand. God moved too goddamn slow at times for me. The saying is true. He may not come when you want him, but he'll be there right on time. And you like, well, your time and my time are two different times. Your time is a year, and my time is 3 months. And this is somebody that didn't want to wait. That you're doing things to interfere with this plan and not realizing that your interference is causing delays. You keep doing things to change up this plan, and you wonder why you haven't seen this manifestation. You need to be patient. Focus your energy on something else. Focus your energy on manifesting money, manifesting growth, and allow God to move in his own timing, because his timing is correct. Because imagine if you were to get your way and you end up getting this person back before karma is completed, before the lesson is learned. you'll literally be getting back the exact same person, the exact same storms, the exact same headaches. And you wonder why things didn't change. It's because you rushed this person in before the time. Everything is about divine timing. You got to let go, and you got to be able to let this person come in when they're supposed to. And the reason why I say when they're supposed to, because you do have, as the clarifier, you have the Ace of Pentacles. All aces are new beginnings. The Ace of Pentacles is a gift that's being given to you. And Pentacles is physical, is what you can touch. And what's coming in is the Knight of Swords. Somebody is rushing in. And I think sometimes this is the confusing part, because the Knight is a rushing energy. And I know in our minds, we're thinking, if this is a rushing energy coming in, then why is this person not here yet? If this is a rushing energy, it shouldn't take this long. It's the same energy as the Eight of Wands. Just because somebody is rushing in, it doesn't mean that they're not going to be met with obstacles. This person can be rushing in, and now all of a sudden it's some on the road that they got to get off their horse and deal with that problem before they're able to get back on their horse and rushing in. This person is going to come in divine timing. The Knight of Swords is an energy of not taking no for an answer. So this is someone that will do anything and everything in order to get you back. That, this is an energy that you need to be careful with what you say. And that's one of the reasons why God is like, I'm not going to let this person come back in until you're completely healed. Because if you say the wrong thing to this person, they're going to take you at your word. That you don't want to say, oh, fuck you, nigga, I don't want you back. But within your heart, you do want them back, and you manifested them to come back. And now all of these months and weeks of manifestation is ruined because when this person came back, you turned them around. And we do this a lot, that we say, even though I said this with my words, you should have known what I was truly feeling. People are not mind readers. Even people that can do tarot cards and stuff like that can see that you really do love them. If you tell them in the physical, no, that's not true, I don't love you, I hate your fucking ass, and you're only speaking out of that hatred, but not out of the love you have for this person, then you can mess everything up. And this is a card that I know we're not going to like, but it's saying that you could be prideful right now, that you're in your pride. When you know you really like this person, you want a good time. This is somebody that's wanting sex. This is somebody that they like, okay, nigga, yeah, I did hate you, for all the things you done, but I still kind of want that dick. I still want to, do some shit with you in that bedroom. And if you want that, then don't let your pride get the best of you. Don't let your pride stop you from getting what it is that you truly want. Because this is somebody that you crave sexually. This is somebody that you desire. As we said earlier, both energies can be present. That you can be very prideful and love this person at the same time. But it's only the strongest energy, the strongest emotion is what's going to present itself when you end up seeing this person. And if you truly like this person, I suggest when this person comes in, just tell them that at the end of the day, you really hurt me. You really did some shit to me. I believe that we can work through it, but things are going to be changed, and these are the boundaries that I'm going to put up to ensure that you don't hurt me again. It's better to do it that way than to completely reject something that you know that you've been waiting for and that you have been praying for. And if you haven't been praying for an extra return, then this message is not for you. Only take what resonates. Ten of Pentacles is family life, safety, and security. And you have it clarified with the Fool card, which is a new beginning. This is now in your crossing energy. And you have the hidden emotion as cloudy judgment. That, again, this is someone that you do want a family life with, and you do want that safety and security. And with the Fool card being here, it's saying that there is going to be an opportunity for a new beginning. But you are cloudy about this. You're a little distorted, unbalanced, going through illusions, because you're thinking of both. You're thinking about the bad and the good. The pride is what's making you put your walls up, remembering that this person lied, they betrayed, they were sneaky. But you do have chasing thrills, excitements, and good times, that you're thinking about the good that they did as well. That this was somebody that I really did love. This was somebody that I seen building the rest of my life with. This was someone that was, maybe this person was a good father to your kids. Maybe this person, was a good provider. You're thinking about the good that was done in this relationship as well. And that is the thing that's giving you cloudy judgment. But the cards is saying that, there's going to be a new opportunity for family life, for this connection. You have in the challenge, in the crowning position, you starting off with the Tower. Whenever the Tower card comes out, the Tower card is you doing some shit wrong. The Tower card is an abrupt change. And normally the Tower card is like God's judgment, God's punishment. But this Tower is not from God. This Tower is from you. It's saying that you're creating your own towers. And these towers is creating a lot of delays for this divine intervention to happen. And what's rooted in you creating all of these towers is you're chasing memories. So once again, this is confirmation that you want this person back, that you keep thinking about the memories, and that you could be interfering with the plan where God is like, I don't want you to say anything. Leave this person alone. Let me handle this person while you two are not together. And you could keep slipping up, sending this person text messages, giving them phone calls, instead of allowing absent to make the heart grow fonder. Let it be complete absence. Let it be complete silence. Let this person come back to you and stop intervening because you're thinking that God is taking too long. Because you can call a ripple effect just like Sarah did, where now all of a sudden when this person comes back, they come back with an Ishmael. And that Ishmael was created because of something that you did. Because it said that you're trying to maintain control. And this maintaining control is causing a lot of towers. And the towers is creating a lot of delays. And that's why you don't have what you want right now. And you're stuck in this contemplation energy that you're thinking about this person, the memories. This could be the good and the bad. And now because of that, you're trying to maintain control. Like Spirit is saying, this is somebody that is maintaining control, like by using a kid as a pawn. Where it's like, oh, so you don't want to talk to your fucking kids? Leave him alone. Let that man go through his karma, not in peace. Sorry, you're not getting peace and karma. Let that man go through his karma and it's distorted energy. Leave that man alone. That's what Spirit is saying. Leave that man alone. Let me do my job. Stop interfering in this. That you could be posting things purposely on social media, like Spirit said, like on Father's Day, posting a picture of the kid. Not all fathers are present. Not all fathers want to see their kids. And you know that you're using that in a way for him to communicate with you, to break the silence. Spirit is saying, stop. I told you to sit at my right hand as I make your enemies make peace with you. Let Spirit do his job. Queen of Swords is in a challenge position, and this is the challenge that's facing you. And you do have the Queen of Swords, which talks about clear boundaries. And part of these clear boundaries is the Temperance card, saying that you need to have patience. You have the Clarifier as the Ace of Wands, which is a passionate new beginning. And you have it paired with the Three of Pentacles, which talks about collaboration, partnership. And so the challenge position is saying, look, there's going to be a passionate new beginning and partnership, but it's going to require patience. And you got to be willing to give that patience. It's saying that you need to heal, and you need to heal from a third party situation, some type of attachment. So this is somebody that could have left you for someone else. Spirit is saying that, like one of the ripple effects with the Three of Pentacles being here, because the Three of Pentacles that do talk about the Three of Pentacles and the Three of Cups can both signify, especially in a relationship like a threesome, a polygamy relationship. And I think that's what you're at risk of doing, of keep trying to maintain this thing with control. One of the things that, Spirit was keep bringing up, Spirit said, use as an example, is Sarah. And, Sarah refused to wait on God's timing, divine timing, that she forced Abraham to have sex with one of the concubines, and then it created Ishmael. And so now not only was Abraham stuck with Ishmael, but he was also stuck with the person that was supposed to be the only one, which was Isaac. And so it put them in the Three of Pentacles. And I kind of believe that that's what you're in risk of keep trying to fight this thing yourself instead of sitting back and let God. That it's like the more you do stuff and lowball and argue with this person, you could be pushing him closer to the karmic. And it's to the point that now his love for the karmic is growing fonder, because that's the person that's helping him to deal with what you're bringing to the table. But at the end of the day, he still have love for you. And this is someone that could be either deciding between the two or now trying to keep both, instead of leaving the karmic and then coming back to you. I think that is one of the ripple effects that you can kind of create, especially if this Tower moment stay here, that you can risk this person coming back wanting to do like a threesome or polygamy relationship where it will be the three of you. And it's like, if that's not what you desire, then you need to completely let it go. Remember, karma is here until you learn a lesson. And so if the lesson is for them to see how they treated you badly and all the things that they have done to you, that lesson is being learned through this karmic relationship. And the more you intervene, it distorts the lesson that he's supposed to learn. That he's confused now on what he's supposed to learn. That, he could be changing perceptions and saying, okay, is the lesson that I'm supposed to learn is that this karmic is the one? When that's not supposed to be the case. Whenever karma is present, we need to remove our hands off of things. Because karma will lead them to the road that they're supposed to be on. Because karma intentions is always to bring somebody back into alignment. And when we interfere, we can sometimes cloud the message of what karma is trying to bring that person, and they could get a different takeaway. Never be focused so much on somebody leaving you for somebody else. Because that person could be a direct reflection of what they were to you in your relationship. And so you already know that's not going to last for long. You already know that shit is going to crumble. So let it crumble naturally with no interference. That this person will get back into alignment and go where they're supposed to go. That's the message. Seven of Cups is in the bottom of the deck, which is what you don't see coming. Seven of Cups is delusions and daydreams. And you have perceptions, which is saying better off. And so this person could be experiencing a lot of illusions, daydreams, thinking about you. And they're going to realize by themselves naturally that they're better off without this connection that they're in now. But you got to give them time. You got to give them time to come back to you. Confirmation. You got to stop interfering with this. I mean, hey, that's what Spirit is saying. I mean, that's all I got. That was a lot. Damn, that was a lot. I was not expecting all of that. Damn, that was a lot. But it was something. It was things that need to be said. It was things that need to be heard. But man, that was a lot of shit. That was a lot of stuff to deliver. Wish you the best of luck. I mean, I guess that's all I can say. Wish you the best of luck. Adios, amigos.